Hello and welcome to my Gold Cup predictions match day 2. Match day 1 provided some great games, didn't it? So yeah, let's just dive straight into my predictions for match day 2 and see who can confirm their place in the knockout stages and who might be going home. So the first game starts at midnight tonight, and it is Costa Rica taking on the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic gave Mexico a right good game of it last time out, didn't they? Losing by 3 goals to 2. Mexico did actually have to hold on in the end of that game. Costa Rica involved in an absolute thrilling game against Suriname. Of course, was it Suriname? Yeah, there was absolutely bonkers game of football. That one, 4-3. So both sides were involved in quite big goal fest. So I wouldn't be surprised if this one was another goal fest. I wouldn't be surprised. Keylor Navas did play in that game against Suriname. So yeah, Costa Rica, they should have enough quality in this one. You would hope they would. Anyway, over Dominican Republic, they do have the likes of Ugalde and Martinez up front. So yeah, I'm going to back Costa Rica. I'm going to back them narrowly. I'm going to back Costa Rica to win this by 2 goals to 1 over the Dominican Republic and just get over the line in this one. So yeah, backing Costa Rica to get a nice 2-1 victory over Dominican in this one. And the next game is staying in Group A, and it is Suriname taking on Mexico. Of course, both sides involved in chaotic games, as we've just previously mentioned. This one is on Premier Sports 2, 3 a.m. Don't think I'll be getting up for this one in Texas, in Arlington. Suriname very unlucky to lose against Costa Rica the other night. Mexico didn't do well. They just hung on against the Dominican Republic, so they will be looking to do a lot better in the next game that they have coming up, and that is playing Suriname, and then they will be playing Costa Rica in that final match day, of course. Who did play for Mexico? They were hanging on at the end. Raul Jimenez did start. Jimenez, Alvarez in the midfield, and Gallardo Montez. I do recognise a few of those are raised at the back. Who have signed on FIFA career modes. Absolutely bonkers. These some players come to mind. But yeah, going to back Mexico in this one. I'm just going to back them, though. I'm going to back them for a nice 2-1 win in this one over Suriname to get the job done. And yeah, back in Mexico to beat Suriname in this one by 2-1. And we go into tomorrow night's games, and as Trinidad take on Haiti in this one. Trinidad getting absolutely trounced by Mauricio Pochettino's boys and the United States, of course, 5-0. The other night, I think it was Sunday night, they got absolutely battered. Haiti were unlucky against Saudi Arabia, the guest nation, of course, trying to get that. They probably did deserve a point in this one. They do come in as slight favourites to come and beat Trinidad and Tobago in this one. So yeah, I could definitely see Haiti causing a few problems out there for Trinidad and Tobago. I think they might just get the job done, and that would definitely move them up the group a little bit. They will play US in the final match day. Of course, I think it might be difficult to get through with Saudi Arabia and the United States in this group, but they've had some good spirits. I think they'll be they'll be happy with the tournament so far, but they probably will end up getting knocked out. I'm going to back Haiti, though, to send this to the final match day and cause a bit of panic for the US and Saudi Arabia. Go back Haiti for a 1-0 away win in the tie. It's in Houston, Texas, but I'm going to back Haiti for a nice 1-0 win over Trinidad in this one. And now we probably go into the game of the round as Saudi Arabia take on USA at 2:15 a.m. my time. Saudi Arabia take 3 points from Haiti, and US took 3 points off Trinidad and Tobago by thrashing them 5-0. This one is in Austin, Texas. This should be a great game. Only Kadesh missing for Saudi injury-wise. These two have played each other before in a friendly back in 2022, and it was a 0-0 draw. It was a bit of a dull affair. I could probably see the same happening here, both sides. Don't want to shit the bed, though, do they, for the final match day where USA will take on Haiti and Saudi will take on Trinidad. I think Saudi might just win this, I don't think, the US weren't in the greatest of form. They're looking terrible before this tournament, losing to Panama, Canada, Turkey, Switzerland. So yeah, I'm going to back Saudi Arabia to win this one. To win it by 2-1, go back Saudi Arabia in this one to beat Mauricio Pochettino and the USA, and Saudi Arabia continue this good Gold Cup run as the guest nation, 2-1 Saudi Arabia. So the next game is into Friday evening, early Saturday morning, and that is Jamaica versus Guadeloupe at 1:15 in the evening. Jamaica losing to Guatemala in the first match day. A bit of disappointing start for Jamaica, considering the squad they have, and they might even be there at the 2026 World Cup. Guadeloupe getting absolutely trounced by Panama by 5-2. The positive side is they did score some goals in that game. It's just they got a really, really leaky defence with the likes of the Jamaican squad, with Leon Bailey, Damari Gray playing, Amari Bell, Ethan Pinnock, Blake and Net, Latabodier, Coventry City player as well. In there, you'd think they would have done a lot better against the French island or the French colony or something like that. What Guadeloupe are head-to-heads. They have only played once. That was back on the 16th of July 2021, and Jamaica of course won that game by 2-1. No Bobby De Cordova-Reid for Jamaica in this one. He is injured till late June, so might come back if they do make the finals, but they need to win this to Jamaica. I'm gonna back them to win this though. I'm gonna back them by 3-0 over Guadeloupe. I think they'll get a perfect start. I don't think Guadeloupe's defence is that good, and it's quite leaky from what happened in the Panama game. So yeah, back in Jamaica for a nice 3-0 win over Guadeloupe in this one. And into the 3 a.m. game, and it is Guatemala taking on Panama. Guatemala actually have 3 points to start off, don't they, after beating, well, they had a really good result against Jamaica last time out by 1-0. Panama battered Guadeloupe, of course, by 5-2. Panama in decent form before that, beating El Salvador and Belize, I think it was, by 2-0 as well. 3 a.m. won't be getting up for this one in Austin, Texas. Panama, I think, are one of the strongest sides in this Gold Cup this year, and I think they should qualify. I'm going to back them in this one, though. I am going to back Panama to win this. I'm going to go Panama to win by 2-0. I do think Guatemala are an okay side, but I think Panama are just going to be too strong for them in this one. That is why I'm going Panama to beat Guatemala by 2-0 in Austin, Texas. And into the final group of these match day 2 predictions, and it is Curacao against Canada. Canada beating Honduras by 6-0 last night. Absolutely brilliant result for the Canadians, and they started perfectly. Perfect start for the Gold Cup campaign. And interestingly, I saw a clip out Jesse Marsh saying he wants to go and win the thing and even win the World Cup. I think that might be stretching a bit, but Jesse Marsh, I think he's got the right mentality to go and win this thing, and I think Canada, well, one of the strong favourites. If Mexico and the USA don't click, I think it will be Canada picking up that Gold Cup trophy at the end of July or middle of July. Curacao are decent, but they did draw against El Salvador by, it was a 0-0 draw. Dick Advocat, the manager there, Sunderland and Feyenoord, as we all know. Leandro Bacuna, Jahinian Bacuna, all play Cuco Martina. He must be getting on a bit, 35 years of age now. Yeah, I'm gonna back Canada to win this quite comfortably. I'm gonna go for another 2-0 away tie win in this one, and Canada to get a nice job done over Curacao in this one, and then to win by 2-0 over Curacao. Canada winning, and Jesse Marsh continues that winning run, and maybe they can just lift the Gold Cup trophy at the end of it. And the final game is Honduras against El Salvador. Honduras be lucky to bounce back from that 6-0 defeat against El Salvador. El Salvador love drawing games at the moment. Honduras, I mean, they were looking okay before that, beating Antigua and the Cayman Islands, but it's not really clicked. Losing 6-0 to Canada didn't really create a lot in that game. They did have 7 shots, but yeah, Canada were too strong for them in that one. I think this will be a much tighter game for Honduras, and they'll be looking to bounce back in this one. But yeah, El Salvador, they are the draw specialists, and I think I will back a draw in this one. Honduras, I think I only remember Honduras when I've seen them at the 2014 World Cup against Ecuador. I think they lost that game. That's the only time I think I've ever watched Honduras in my life. This will be, I think I'm going to go for a ball draw here. I'm going to go for another 0-0 draw for El Salvador and them. And yeah, I know Honduras will want to play probably a bit more conservative, conceding 6 against Canada is never great. So yeah, but going to back a 0-0 draw in this one, and Honduras and El Salvador to get a point on the board. So El Salvador move to Honduras, get a point on the board. Thank you very much for watching my Gold Cup Matchday 2 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be my Club World Cup second part of the group stages. And yeah, I'll speak to you all on the next one.